Department of Natural Resources says nearly 500,000 or 12% of Minnesotans hunt.
Those hunters can give back to the community. Phoenix O'Connor joins us live with details. Good morning, Phoenix.
Well, good morning, guys. So one of the reasons why hunters actually quit hunting is because they just don't have a place to hunt. But the Mule Deer Foundation says that they have a big plot of land that just opened, and it's all because of volunteer help. So how much land are we actually talking here?
Currently this year with the Mule Deer Foundation and our fundraising efforts, we've been able to open up about 50,000 acres to the public this year. And what that is through the plots program here, where it's public land or private land open to sportsmen. So we take and work with the private landowner to help open that up where the general public can come and enjoy that land. It's been really big. We've had one of our biggest donations here in state history, actually, with 22,000 contiguous acres going into the plots program this year. And just to put that in perspective, that's about a third the size of Teddy Roosevelt National Park. That's completely open to the public in all one solid piece.
But you're not just opening the land, you're actually fixing it up, giving back, helping the environment. What ways are volunteers doing that?
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things with hunters in general, people don't realize the conservation side of it. So what we're doing with the properties that we enroll in the program is we're doing several things to help improve the habitat. A lot of it's reseeding the natural seed, putting back the vegetation on there for that browse for the animals, pulling down unnecessary fencing, and then putting in wildlife-friendly fencing where we need it. We've had a number of partners here like Deuce and Bobcat, things like that, where they donate equipment and we're able to improve that landscape. It's better for the deer, it's better for the hunters, and all parties involved. They really enjoy it, and it's been a real blessing to go ahead and do things like this.
So it's also a good way to kind of meet some friends and some fellow people that have a like-minded hobby just like yourself.
Absolutely. Chapters like the Mule Deer Foundation here in Fargo, all it started as was a couple buddies got together where they could find a way to give back as hunters and sportsmen. We're always looking for members to come out and join. You don't necessarily need to give a financial benefit. It's your time. If you're able to give a little bit of time and help give back, it can be hugely rewarding, and it can find a really good cause like the Mule Deer Foundation to give back.
All right. Well, we'll have more ways that hunters can give back to local communities. Until then, I'm going to go ahead and send it back to you guys at the desk.
All right. Thank you, Phoenix.
Phoenix O'Connor joins us live with more on the upcoming event. Good morning, Phoenix.
Well, good morning. So we're having fun creepy crawlers all morning. If you want to come, the event is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. this Saturday, and it's the same price as admission ticket, which is pretty good deal for your buck. And also, you get a free pumpkin. They have small to large pumpkins, so that's a pretty good deal, I'd say, for most families. So we're looking here at a stick bug. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Yeah, so it's a stick bug. It's from Southeastern Asia, and they love to eat leaves, and they are some of the best at, I think they have some of the best costumes in the natural world. For them, their camouflage isn't just a look, it's also a way of life.
Yeah, these things look just like sticks. So my question is, birds, they make nests. Like, how does it not know it's like a stick while it's making a nest and then realize, oh wait, no, this is an appetizer?
So with this stick bug, actually, one of their defenses is actually that their limbs can actually come off, and it doesn't permanently damage them. And so if a bird were to try to grab them, their leg would just come right off, and the bird probably wouldn't even notice that it was not a stick. These guys even feel like a stick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I can feel this, but I just don't do snakes. Oh, and I kind of feel a little bit of an insecty feel.
A little bit there. I mean, they still, they've got those really cool legs with the jointed appendages, and so they still got that kind of wiggliness to them.
Yeah, well, we have lots of more fun. I think the next animal we have is an owl, so I'm really excited for that. That I'm not afraid of, even though they're kind of scary birds. But I feel like we're one of a kind, a phoenix and an owl. But okay, we'll kind of send it back to you guys at the desk.
Looks like Phoenix is getting some ideas for Halloween costumes.
The Red River Zoo in Fargo turns into Boo at the Zoo. Phoenix O'Connor joins us live with much more. Good morning, Phoenix.
Well, good morning, guys. So if you kind of need that trick or treat just a little bit before Halloween, we might have an event for you. So it's Boo at the Zoo. So what is it that people need to know? Like, how much does it cost? Is it like $50 to come?
No, Boo at the Zoo is really great. It's average admission for the zoo, so $9.75 for adults and $7.75 for kids. And of course, our members and children under 2 get in for free. It's a fantastic day at the zoo. There's trick-or-treating throughout the zoo. Our zookeepers will be out doing special animal keeper chats. We'll have creepy critter encounters, and everybody that comes gets to take a pumpkin home. When are you going to do that?
That's awesome. For under $10, you get a pumpkin, you get candy, you get lots of fun stuff. All right, so some of the animals you're going to see is all you need is love. Every time I see an owl, that's all I ever think about is that saying. So this owl was kind of showing us his wings, or him or her?
Her. This is Miss Luna.
Oh, that's a beautiful name, Moon in Spanish.
Right.
So she has a special story. What is about that? I heard she was injured, so she actually can't fly. Is that right?
Correct. So this bird, this barred owl, was actually hit by a car and needed rehabilitation. And a zoo, unfortunately, cannot do that. But what we do is provide homes sometimes for animals once they've recovered as much as they can. In Luna's case, she never fully recovered, so she's not as strong as she could be. And she still has trouble keeping her balance. So that's why you see her. She looks a little different than what you would see in the wild. But she's a great way to be able to talk to folks about animals and the critters that live in our backyards.
All right, one cool thing I got to say, one fun fact is you always see owls moving their head around, and I always wanted to know why, and it's actually because their eyes don't move.
Right. So us humans, we've got muscles so we can look left and right. But with owls, their eyes are so big compared to the size of their skulls that they actually don't have room for that muscle. So that's why they actually have to turn their head to look.
All right, well, we don't have much time left, but I got to say, this little baby, can you get a good shot of him, is so cute. And tell us a little bit about this. Is it a hedgehog, right?
Yep, so this is an African pygmy hedgehog. He's one of our program animals. So we have lots of animals here at the zoo that aren't on exhibit but go out to schools and nursing homes and things like that as an education piece.
All right, well, I wish I could show you all the cool animals and all the little cute ones that they have too, but, you know, I guess we just don't have enough time. But I will definitely be here Saturday because there's lots of fun stuff in candy and free pumpkins to come check out. Until then, we're going to go ahead and send it back to you guys at the desk.
I love it. Always loves.
I did get trained a little bit by Wooly, and I got to say, what are the chances of me getting redshirted this year?
Well, you know what? There might be a great chance of that. We've always incurred injuries and different things throughout the year. So what I have to say to you is stay sharp because you might get the call.
Midwest Outer Realm Followers is a paranormal society. They say they can locate and even communicate with the dead.
EVP is traditionally where we use a voice recorder, and electronic voice phenomena is where we're talking like this and we're recording. We don't hear anything with our own ears, but if I were to play this back, you hear a voice.
It took us a while to finally hear from the ghosts living at the haunted farm in Moorhead, but the Mohans say we did hear some activity. Amy says you need to have a good attitude when talking to ghosts.
Ghosts have their personality, so they're drawn to maybe one person more than the other, or not just like you would normally as a person.
After our nearly 5-hour session, the big question.
Looking back at the whole night, would you say that this place is haunted?
I would say yes.
The group says with our flashlight going on and off to indicate a presence and a strange voice on the EVP, there's reason to believe this place is haunted. In fact, later that night, we were asked to leave the farm by a ghost named Bill. And that's when we ended our session.
I don't think that they really minded the fact that people come through and have fun in that house, you know, for the Halloween events. But when we started poking our nose specifically at them, they were saying, maybe not, we don't want to talk tonight.